Okay, welcome back. We've got the final installment of the Washington Spring Media Days. We're talking with the Washington girls golf team, and I'll start with this as usual. If everyone can just say your name, your grade, and you can share either your favorite golfer or a fun fact about yourself, if you so choose.
My name's Ashlyn Long. I'm a freshman, and my favorite golfer is Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, I'm Lucy Sands. I'm a junior, and my favorite golfer is probably Tiger Woods.
I'm Elizabeth Hora. I'm a sophomore, and my favorite golfer is probably Scotty Scheffler.
I'm Sydney Stouter, and I'm a junior. My favorite golfer is also probably Tiger Woods.
I'm Madeline Long. I'm a senior. My favorite golfer is Nelly Korda.
Coach, you got a favorite golfer?
Sure. Brandon Long, the girls' high school golf coach. Favorite golfer has probably been Tiger Woods for forever now.
All right.
Good.
Well, I'll just ask for any of you to weigh in. Coach, you can feel free to weigh in yourselves. Just a general off the bat, how is kind of the ramp up for the season gone? I know it gets started here in the next week. Just how have these first few practices, now that you've had some good weather to practice a little bit here, just how's that gone? How excited are you guys to finally start the season?
I think it's gone pretty good. Today we got to go out on Riverside Course and play some few holes. We got pretty tired around hole 6 or 7, but other than that, I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, we've had a chance to get a lot of range work in so far, a lot of short game work. I'm a pretty big believer in 75% of your shots are within 60 yards or less, so we've been working a lot on that. So I'm probably driving the girls crazy with not doing the fun stuff yet, but the scoring is going to come from those spots, and the girls have been great, and every day have gotten better. Riverside's been great. They reached out, said we could use their facilities anytime as well. So we took advantage of that today. And so extremely lucky to have that in our community as well to help us get better.
Tell me a little bit about the work that you guys have done in the off season. I know golf is a sport that's entirely weather dependent, and it can be a little bit hard to maybe play golf in the winter, but tell me a little bit about what you guys have been doing in the off season to make sure that you guys are ready to go come springtime and come the golf season.
I think we spend a lot of our time indoors. We have a simulator in our basement, and a lot of girls practice on simulators, and a few of them have instructors that help them, but yeah.
Yeah, some of us live pretty close to the golf course, so even when it's a cold, not nice day, it's still nice to get out on there. You can still play.
Last is one for the returners from last season. Just how are you trying to improve just on your record as a team? Where do you think you guys are going to just grow as a team? I know a few more involved kind of this season. Just where do you think that growth's going to come this year and trying to improve on your record from a year ago?
I think the group of girls that we have, it'll be a lot easier to improve our score.
Yeah, I think in the past 6 or 7 months since the last golf season, I think we've improved a lot. So, and I think we're set for a better score this year.
Yeah, I've been really impressed so far with the stuff that these guys have been able to prove. Even some of their scores from last year that I've looked up, although there's room for improvement, were even better than what I thought they might have been going into the season. Just watching them so far on some of the things we've worked on, just little things, they've already gotten better already at a lot of those things. So I'm excited for the next step. We just got to get some good weather to cooperate and get the course ready to go. And our conference has a lot of room for us to, I think, do pretty well. And if we can play to where I think we can get to.
Kind of in that same vein, Coach, what do the numbers look like this year, and how's that maybe compared to the last few years for this team?
So the hard part is Adeline, for example, is a senior, and she went out as a freshman. She qualified for state her freshman year. She would have had a score that would have qualified on her own had we not qualified as a team. So that's exciting, but she's also hasn't played as much golf in the last couple years, but certainly has a background in it. So that part's fun to add to the team. These three have been doing great. They have a ton of experience from last year, and then Ashlyn, of course, has played a lot of golf in her day. So it's exciting to have. I'm glad we have it. And Cece, who is not here, has also, she's a very good athlete and has been hitting the ball really well so far. So Ashlyn and Cece, being the new ones to the team, have certainly already stepped up, and it's going to be exciting to see how we can do once we get a few more holes under our belt, get a little more experience under going.
I was going to ask for those who have a couple of years of experience already, what advice are you telling players like Ashlyn and Cece, and, just try to get them prepared for the season, how to deal with that, but also, how to just kind of navigate this sport at the high school level. And, just what have you told them? And maybe Ashlyn, if you have any way in there on how that's been for you so far.
I try to tell her some of my corrections, a lot of my footwork, or not the grip because my grip's terrible, but the stuff that I can do, I try to help her with.
Yeah, I mean, I would say first 3 holes just a warm up. So just ignore those.
Yeah, definitely.
So what are some team goals for this season? Obviously, you want to win conference, you want to go to state. Those are pretty obvious. But what are some team goals kind of maybe beyond that, or personal goals that you guys are all looking to achieve this season?
A personal goal for me is to not get a circle 10 on any hole this year.
For me, a personal goal last year and the year before, I haven't really done too good at performing well at meets. So I'm hoping I'll be able to actually perform my best at a few meets this year.
Yeah, mine would probably also be meets, just like shaving off a few from last year.
Yeah, I just want to see the strokes decrease.
Yeah, if we can all break 50 this year, it'd be really nice. Good score there.
Yeah, a couple averages last year were under 50 for the season, and I've always said that it's not too hard to go from that that high 40s, low 50s to get into that bogey golf. And in bogey golf, we talked about it already. Having mostly all 5s on your scorecard can get you to state. So our goal is to just focus on eliminating the big numbers and just moving on from hole to hole, and overall just try to get mid 40s to high 40s for an average for our team, and I think we'll be doing great.
I'll kind of ask just kind of to elaborate on that with, trying to perform better in the meets. Obviously, golf's such a mental sport. You're competing against yourself most of the time. How do you guys try to do that? Maybe for some of you who have some experience, just, what have you kind of learned to try and, lock in a little bit more, and maybe whether it's not get as nervous, or just what kind of strategies do you guys try to do to, knowing you've practiced this a million times, do well in practice, just try to replicate it in the meets there?
It really, as long as your mindset is good and the people you're playing with they're also positive, it's easier to not get in your head as easily and to just focus on improving and working on the mistakes.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty bad at the mental part of the game. That's probably where a lot of my mistakes come from. So, yeah. Hopefully that will change this year. Brandon's trying to help with that, so I think that'll be good. Or coach, sorry. so I'm hoping I'll shave off at least 6 or 7 strokes off my score this year.
Coach, this will be a question to you in kind of the same vein. I know, again, golf is kind of an individualistic sport, different skill sets per different player. But from watching this team and watching them practice, where do you think your team's kind of strengths lie in here early on?
Well, I think, they all have really nice swings. We've already been able to change a few things, just minor things with how to maybe think about approaching certain shots, and they've all been able to do it already. And so it's really interesting to me to see if you can learn to adjust to, maybe it's the weather, maybe it's the wind, maybe it's whatever, but several of them have already been able to adjust on the fly, which I think is the perfect part of golf. You're on your own out there. You have to figure it out on your own. It's the toughest sport I think there is. And so you have to be able to adapt when times are tough. And they've already demonstrated an awesome ability to do that. And so the next will be just focus on the positive side and the power of positivity, and not get so, you have a bad hole, move on to the next hole and keep it positive.
My last one, this can be for any of you guys, just obviously pretty storied golf tradition, it feels like, for both boys and girls here at Washington. Just how proud are you guys to be a part of that, and how much you look forward to hoping to maybe add to that a little bit?
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Entering town and seeing how many people go to state.
Yeah, I mean, freshman year, after winning conference for probably the past 7 years, we got last. So definitely a lot to improve. A lot of room to improve from. So, I mean, yeah.
Maybe we'll get it back.
We will.
We will get it back.
And so my last question is just kind of a general one for everybody here. What are you most excited for here? The spring season, it's pretty much already here. What's the most exciting part of spring season?
Golf can be a really fun sport if you just let it be. And so, I don't know, if we just practice hard, meet should be fun, you know?
Yeah, the meets can be really fun, and a lot of time, or most of the times, you're paired with people from other schools, and that's how I've met a few of my friends, and I'm excited to see them again.
Yeah, a lot of the time you get paired with the same people, so you get to like build a relationship with them. And I've met a lot of like good people from golfing with them.
Yeah, I'll probably say the same thing. Excited to see some friends that, I mean, I get to see through some other sports, but it's not the same as golf when you get to talk to them the whole time. Pretty much.
I would say I'm excited just for like playing with this team. And
Thank you.
I lied. I got one more, just a fun one. Who has the longest drive right now on the team? And coach, you have to check them on that. If they're
Yo,
on.
I think I'm winning that
I
one.
think I do.
No,
we're
I
playing that
outdrove.
game.
I'm not. I outdrove you this weekend on one hole.
Yeah.
I'd say
So we're
Zaddy.
gonna go with Addie.
Okay. There you go. There's the winner of the longest drive competition. Unless, I mean, coach is contending, so maybe you guys have to have.
No, Brandon seems to lie a bit about
Just-
it. Coach seems to lie a bit about his strokes sometimes. So.
Drive for show, putt for dough. Addie can hit the longest drive, but it seems like Sydney's been knocking some putts in, and Ashland's made a few putts.
Oh.
Elizabeth was,
That's nice to hear, Coach.
And Cece. And Cece.
Lucy's had some good shots in there as well. So it's gonna be a fun group to work with.
No doubt. Going to be a fun season for the Washington girls golf team. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.